I don't know why the link is off.
Yeah, it's gone from every day of the week on the calendar, and the one that I save in a file, and I just copy and paste every day. It said there was another. The host was having another meeting. So Diego and oh, his name just popped out of my head.
Jacob.
Dick were over there. I think they had touched on the. I went ahead and touched on your 8:45 link, and it launched. So.
Yeah, I just went backwards. I just went to Friday's calls, like Friday's class on the training schedule, and it was there. That was weird. I don't like that.
Well, I went back to my saved one since the other one died a second ago. I'm assuming you were able to make it die and open this one.
Yeah, I killed off. They're the same account, so they can't run multiple meetings. So I killed off the other one, started this one up. So
there's Jason. Good morning.
Good morning, Jason. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning.
All right. Well, how's your weekends, guys? It's just the two of us. I'm still sending a message out to everyone.
I had a pretty good weekend. I have accepted an offer. Our offer was accepted for lands, and did our final walkthrough yesterday. What else is going on? And I got like 3 appointments set for this week.
Nice.
I had a little bit of a doozy on Friday. I mentioned the listing that the lady called me about. So they're doing their own personal, like they bought this home to hopefully like live in and have their mom come live in. So a family member's been doing this flip. I mean, it wasn't supposed to be a flip, but what I'm concerned about, it looks pretty good, but he said he doesn't have permits for anything. Well, he said he had a permit for the HVAC, but he's redone some plumbing. I know a person can work on their own home, but is there anything I should be worried about? Like he'd done new cabinets and flooring. I assume you don't need a permit for that, but for plumbing, does it matter? No.
Plumbing, technically, yes. If it's anything beyond just like replacing a faucet, even then.
But who's gonna call it out?
No.
No, right. Okay, so
unless it's
his big issue is he put in a washer dryer outlet thing, and he keeps calling it a gray water pipe. So what they did was at the end of the house where the carport was, they were going to enclose that and make the room for the mom. So he put the water that's coming out of the washer, like washer dryer, and now it's just a pipe coming out. And he's like, yeah, we could use one of those blue, what do you call it? Blue flex pipe. You know what that is? And I was honest. I'm like, no, I don't think. Well, do you have a pool? And that's how you drain your pool. And I was like, because he's like, it's going to cost $5,000 or $10,000 to get this one pipe over to the main or to tie it in to the other part of the water main. Because I have a client that actually might be interested in that house too. And I'm like, I'm not sure whether to recommend this house because I'm not sure he's done a very good job with the plumbing. Anyway, should I be worried? He's like, okay, I could run it around this side of the wall, and I'd have to move these cabinets that he just put in to tie it into the main, and that'd be about $5,000. I'm like, really, dude? Or to try to take this pipe and connect it to the rest of the water main, which is supposed to be right there on that side of the house. I'm not sure why it should have to be $5,000. But I'm like, okay, plus the comps came in about 265. It's only about 1,400 square foot, not 18. I had to research this. And so he wants 300,000 for it. I'm like, well, there's one property on the market right now, and it was built in 1955. There's a new build that just sold for 298. One of our top agent, Danny Roth in this. It is right across the street from TMC. So do you think we could get 300,000 for a 1,400 square foot house?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well, I told him I really hope so, because right now the comps don't support it. And if we had cash, that'd be great. But
I mean, I got a listing that doesn't support anything, and the offers I'm getting are friggin' massively over list price still.
yeah.
Like ridiculous.
But if it's not cash, it's not going to appraise.
Well, it will if they're putting 50% down. It doesn't matter. To
Doesn't
cover
matter.
the spread.
That's true.
That's a
That's our
weird
new.
situation, that's for sure.
All right. So
Well, more people are jumping in. Good to see that. I sent a text out this morning, so it looks like it's hitting mailboxes. So, what is Monday, May 3rd? It's 3 days into May. Holy crap! 3 days into May already. What are you guys doing with your lives?
Working.
Working. Good. So today's theme was people grow into the conversations that we create around them. That being said, as we talk a lot in this call about having no inventory and it's a seller's market and all this blah, 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 right? Very boring conversations to have repetitiously. However, it's the repetition that creates the habit creates the future. So we need to have these conversations more and more to drive in more listings for yourself. So what kind of conversations can you have around your sphere of influence, your database, or people that you just meet in a daily hum and bum of your world that may incite them to want to sell their house?
well, I mentioned the one last week. I still think it's a good one for elderly people, don't you? I think this is kind of brilliant, because if they could move into assisted living or independent living, we don't have to find them a new home. And a bunch of those facilities didn't get people last year because they were locked down. So there's actually space in them. Just a thought, if anybody knows an elderly person that might be contemplating that. I know it's a niche, but we have a lot of elderly people in Tucson.
Yeah, I remember Teresa Zizak was working on a program or a process for that. Where has she been as of late?
She got too busy.
Okay.
She got what?
Too busy. So,
Anyway, but she had a great idea. She was actually, going to go and was putting something together to go and do presentations at these places, and talk to people about make what kind of a deal they could make with the people that are running the places to help them recruit, if you will, people to move into these facilities. And what have an answer is, well, what do I do with my house? So she was going to have a program in where somebody came in saying, well, we're thinking about moving our parents into one of these places, into your facility, so on and so forth. Oh, we can help you with that. We've got someone that's a partner of ours who would be more than willing to represent selling your house, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, she was working on something with that. And I was, to discuss this, it was like, where is she? We haven't seen her on the call in a long time.
One group I'm set up with did want me to be, if I was going to be one of their 3 recommended realtors, to do the senior real estate specialist course, which is what, $200 or $300 and 10 hours or something. But anyway, I figured, yeah, I can do that. So got that done. But for regular people, Dan wants us to think about regular people. I can tell he wants more.
No, I think because we're looking at the biggest boomer die-off in the next 10 years, like you talked about. So this is something that you want to start having those conversations now. Very, very small percentage of elderly actually live out the rest of their days in a house. They wind up in a care facility or something like that because it's easier on them. It's easier on the family. So most times you're seeing a lot of companies like the reverse mortgage, right? Live in your house until the end of days, and then when you pass, it goes to the bank. Well, why wouldn't we right now take on the opportunity of helping somebody finish out their days in comfort, all while also getting rid of a big liability? So living alone is problematic. So that's definitely something that there's a conversation to have around people to grow them into. So you can focus that energy on creating a community in that, like Larry was talking about, is creating presentations, going to these care centers and talking to people, create relationships. Because when you have it's not just only the residents of a community, it's also the people working there. the schedulers, the placement people. Because as they talk to Mr. and Mrs. Jones when they're getting to their twilight years, they start asking about estate planning. What's going to happen next? What's going to happen in the future? What are you going to do with the, the home, the other assets and stuff like that? And then they start talking about, well, we need to get it sold. Okay, great. Here's Mara, and here's Larry, here's Kyle, right? So go have those conversations. Now, like Mara said, normal people. If you're not like Mara and have good spirits over there, where can you find more people to talk to?
Anywhere.
Wear your name badge. I mean, a bad example. I don't have mine on right now. Still
But like you said, when we focus on listings and we just keep talking about, we have lots of buyers, so we really need listings, to just keep talking about listings, right? Because we don't need more buyers right now. We need more listings.
Yeah, so I was floored by an offer that came in on the Chesson property just last night. We're listed at 265. This thing came in with an escalation clause all the way to 290. Yeah, but it was an FHA loan, and my seller does not want to deal with a buyer contingency. So the offer has a deal already in place on their house way over on the west side. Apparently, they're moving to this side of town, whatever the case may be. But my seller was like, I'm not doing a buyer contingency. We're not going to take the thing off the market for 3 weeks and have them fall through and all that happy stuff. So unfortunately, that deal's not going to happen. I have to inform the agent that sent it that that's going to be the case as soon as I get off this call. But I was floored that they escalation claused all the way to 290 on a 265 list.
That's actually common. It's very common. I was helping negotiate contracts this weekend at a $400 or $400,000 list and a $515 offer.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, guys, buyers are coming out everywhere. We can scoop up buyers, and we will. But I want to really focus on May is getting listings and getting them out there. So conversations we can have is talking about not the low inventory.
Right now it's the high net.
Yeah, right now the conversation is taking home as much money as you possibly can make. If you've ever thought about selling your house, is right now the best time to do so. Right.
Yeah, I had that conversation with somebody that came into the open house on this house over the weekend as well. And, they're like, well, we've been ready to sell our house. We just can't find what we're looking for. What
was the next question you asked?
Said, well, what is it that you're looking for?
Go.
So, because you said, well, whoever I hire as a real estate agent to sell this house is going to be where, I need to know and feel good that they understand that, what the other goal is, which is finding us a place. The person that can find us a place is going to be the person I want to hire. It's like, I said, sir, that's just completely depends on the inventory. There's no one realtor that's going to be able to do a better job than another at finding a place for you. It's a matter of what comes on the market.
Should we talk about, if for people who aren't that great at math, or some of us need to see it, you talk about if they're going to get a lot out of this house, if they have a lot of equity, this next one, because everyone knows the prices are high, a better way of saying you're going to get, this much money out of this house, and you're going to, I know you keep saying it, Dan, but then you have that much to put toward your new house, and your payments are going to be minimal because you have this much equity. Is that, do your magic. Tell us how you say that in a more better way.
Mara, I completely understand that your hesitancy about selling your home. Right now, you can sell your house for the most it's ever been worth. It means you're going to walk away with as much cash in pocket as ever in history. I know that you're concerned about buying another house in this market because the market you sell in is the market you buy in typically. Now, that being said, you could upgrade your home, put that equity that you just cashed out of your other property into the new property and get the better house, keep your payments relatively the same or in line, and move up into your lifestyle. Does that sound like something you'd like to do?
Sure. No, but they always have another objection. Like, oh, like Larry said, I can't find anything, or oh, the new builds are so close together, or I can't find anything as nice as what I have now. Or,
Okay, well, when we find the thing that's as nice as you have now, is that something you're willing to jump on?
well, not if it's like the same as what I have now. Why would I move
Oh,
and pay more?
we would want something better, right? There's no point in upgrading if it's not going to be an upgrade, right?
Right. Okay. So you're
So
gonna upgrade. You're gonna get a better house. Okay.
keyword there was upgrade, right? Everyone knows the word upgrade.
Yeah.
So upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Every car dealership's had the upgrade events. Like every mattress upgrade your mattress. Dating profiles, upgrade your boyfriend or girlfriend, right? So when you're having those conversations, I understand. I hear what you're saying. I hear that you are saying that you are concerned about blank. Right? Here's the reality of the situation, right? I understand that you're concerned about selling your house in this market, not being able to find another one. Right now, you can sell your house for as much money as it's ever been worth, which means you're going to walk away with more cash in your pocket. Is that a very visceral term, cash in your pocket? Right? People think, you don't use the term. You're gonna walk away with more equity. Okay, that doesn't translate to the emotional realm. You're gonna walk away with as much cash in your pocket as ever in history, or something along those lines. So, and you can take that cash and turn around and reinvest it, or put it down, or buy down, whatever you want to say, into the next property and upgrade your house, keeping your payments relatively the same, if not a little bit more and in line. It's just moving the equity necessarily from one home to another. And get people excited about the potential of what could be. Or you find out that there's something in the house that they hate, or it's causing issue, too small, bad neighborhood, too far to work, anything along those lines that creates a negative. And then you can spin it. Larry, I understand that you're driving 45 minutes to work and you want to shorten that down. Would you like to get an hour back of your day? What's that worth to you? Right? You just have that conversation right there. It's like, okay, so why would you want to take the cash from the sale of your home and move it into a new property that's closer to where you want to be anyways? Upgrade your house, get closer to work, get back an hour a day, and at your pay rate, that's $500 a week.
And the savings in the gasoline.
Right.
So,
You can definitely talk about what it does for them financially. Go ahead, Nicole.
I'm a great client here because I want to do exactly what you guys are talking about personally. So if anybody wants to be my agent and talk to me right now, I have real life objections. So if you want to.
Objections. Well, I don't know if I should let you talk. You never have your camera on. At least Diego has a camera of his sunroof.
I'm driving.
All right, who wants to be the agent? Nicole's calling you out. Why don't you call someone out, Nicole? You got Mara, Kyle.
I'll be it.
Diego's just bouncing right now.
Okay, go Diego.
Well,
What's the situation?
situation.
The situation is that I want to move closer to my child's school, but it will cost, I'll get less house for more money, that kind of thing. And I mean, all the objections, house will sell fast, but contingent to buy a new one, all that stuff. Every single thing that we're talking about, all of them.
Okay, Mario, you're telling me that so you're driving roughly an hour to get your kid to school, correct?
Yes.
So what would giving yourself back an hour of your day do for you?
It'll be great. It'd give me some more time to make those cold calls.
Okay, yeah, awesome, man. So right now, the only factors for you is selling in a high market, which means you're going to buy high, correct?
Yeah, and it, being contingent to sell and buy. So the offer, more than likely is not going to get accepted.
I mean, that's not necessarily true. I mean, you can always use the cash of your current home to put it down towards a newer home which you can upgrade in size. That's something you would like, correct?
No, I don't need to upsize. I actually want to downsize, but the area to kind of to go to will be more expensive.
Okay, so
I need to sell the house to have the cash to buy the new house. Therefore, it would be contingent.
okay, so I mean that's honestly a good thing, which means you could downsize and still keep money in your pocket, because right now your home's worth the most it'll possibly ever be worth.
Yeah, but it seems that the houses where maybe I want to go cost more money. So it could be a wash, or might not find as nice of what I have now, but I would be closer, but the house might not be as nice.
You know what, Dan, you're gonna have to take over because I'm a little lost on this one.
Well, Nicole, what's it worth to you to have some of that time back of your drive to school every day?
It's worth a lot, definitely worth a lot. So probably give up, you know, the pool or something like that I have now. But you know, I don't want to pay any more.
Well, that's okay. You're not paying any more. If we take the total of what you're putting out every month in drive time, time away from the family, expense of the fuel, you know, maintenance on your vehicle, all of those things add up, right?
Yes.
So by purchasing a house in the area that you've been looking at that you want to be in, even though the prices are a little bit higher, you can take the equity out of your home and that cash in your pocket and put it down on the new house and keep your payments a lot closer. Isn't that right?
Yes. So how do you get that offer approved being, you know, contingent? I mean,
Well, you just write a strong offer. Right now, the market shows that a lot of houses are selling quickly, so they're not afraid of a contingent offer as much. So we give an aggressive offer. We get your house on the market, get it under contract, and show them that we're already ready to rock and roll. And then we close both deals at the same time. So the money just goes from one escrow to the other, and you don't have to worry about it.
okay, that sounds like a good plan. Got to have experienced agent to do all that.
No, you don't. You need an experienced title person.
Hey Dan, can you explain that process again really quick, just so I could remember it?
Selling one house and buying another at the same time.
Yeah, because I've been getting that objection, or people saying like how Nicole was saying,
You're
well, if we
overthinking it. It's literally the process is selling one house and buying the other one at the same time.
that's all it is, because I wasn't
That's all
sure
it is.
you could do
It's
that.
two separate transactions closing on the same day.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is. The sale has to close first because the money's got to be in escrow and then it rolls into the purchase.
All right.
It's important to do that with the same escrow company. However, if you can't, it has to be two different escrow people. It becomes a little bit more difficult in your communication, but it's also the same thing. It's just buying and selling, closing the same day.
There's also the gap loan, or what used to be called a bridge loan.
They're very rare to get anymore.
Someone said Guild is doing them, and my husband's company, Steeple Financial, is doing them, or Steeple Bank.
So
But
it might be a way to go to for gap loans. So you create the coverage so you don't have a contingent offer.
exactly, so they don't have to be contingent. And it's usually only that month anyway. And the first month that you own a house, you don't have a mortgage payment, so it's not usually financially onerous. So we've done
Don't
it.
be tripped up on the details. Don't overthink it, because when you're looking at the logistics of someone selling a house and buying another one, it's just two separate transactions you're doing at the exact same time. It's
Yeah, but
easier when you have the same
logistically-
title company. Go ahead.
And logistically, they have to get out of their house before it closes. They can't get into that next one until it closes, usually. So I'm just saying we have to have answers and solutions for people. And
Yeah, logistically, they just have to have a moving truck sitting there with their stuff in it for a couple hours while one's emptied, one's getting recorded, or you get approval to be in the sold house for a day or two longer, post possession for a couple of days. And then we turn around and flip a new one. So before we disembark, everyone, I want to let you know that Bold Local will be coming back soon. Actually, taught Bold, full Bold. We're doing it here for our region. So I think it's in, I don't have a date on this email. All right. Well, we were awarded Bold to be here in this area, so he'll be teaching both Zoom and in person because it's going to be our KCN network. So keep an eye out for that coming up. Really good class to be a part of. Sorry about the issue this morning with getting links and everyone signed in. We'll have some updates to our internet soon so that all the training classes will be back on there. New month always seems to happen. Anything before we go? I see some chat items. Online auction, pack and move, unpack is called Caring Transitions. Thank you, Mara. Caring Transitions. Perfect. Cool.
Really good for elderly people.
Awesome. You quiet people. I hope you have a great Monday. Go out there, do something awesome.
See you guys. Have a great day.
Take care, Mr. Jason. Bye, Miss Mara. Bye, Larry. Bye, Kyle. Good day, Mr. Nichols. And the rest of yous that I can't see your faces, I hope you're doing okay. Have a great day.